Welcome to the PI Podcast, your destination for everything NFL, discussing the latest news and providing in-depth analysis of every NFL game. And now, here are your hosts, Ian and Tesh.
Hey guys, what is up? PI Podcast here. I see you vital. Thank you for being first. The giveaway winner will be announced in just a little bit. We do have a little bit to talk about today. Definitely have everything set up. So whoever's gonna win the helmet tonight's the night. So hopefully you're here. We're gonna announce the winner tonight. Let me go ahead and put that on Discord so everyone knows. But yeah, vital. I see you're Pittsburgh. Ian has family over, so Ian had family over, so he couldn't make it tonight. Sure. He should be back on Thursday. So we kind of swapped places, I guess, because I had family coming to town. I was in Clearwater, Florida, for a while, so I wasn't able to make it. And yeah, so I guess we just flipped spots. It's kind of funny, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully it's yeah. Yeah, I will see Ian in a little bit on Thursday, I believe. He should be back Thursday. We're also thinking about the fantasy draft. Kind of thinking about Sunday a little bit now. Just definitely want to make sure with everyone who's in a fantasy league, if majority says Sunday is fine, then we'll do Sunday. I don't want to miss I don't think either me or Ian can't miss it. So we'll do everything we can to get everyone kind of set up. Yeah, no, dude. Well, the thing is about fantasy drafts, you can pick whoever you want, and I mean, if you know he's gonna play good, he's gonna play good. And with just a 12-man team, I mean, there's just so many wide receivers, so many running backs. It's just the luck of the draw sometimes. That's every year. Okay, I got you, Elite. But yeah, um, I think everything's chill. I think yeah. So I'll let you guys know. Obviously, we'll let you guys know in the Discord as always. A lot of big roster cuts today. I think I'm gonna go over a lot of it. It's gonna be a lot. It'll be a lot. But before we get to that, Raiders also Raiders cut someone big that I'm going to mention in a minute. The Bills also placed Tre'Davious White on reserve on the PUP list, so he will be out 4 weeks, which is huge for that defense because Tre'Davious White's the best corner on that defense, and just not having him there on that defense for the first 4 weeks of the season is going to be huge. At least it isn't anything too serious, so he'll be back after the first 4 weeks. But yeah, that is pretty big for the Buffalo Bills, but I think their offense and defense without Tre'Davious White is good enough to win, so I think they'll be fine. They're just too good of a team on paper to lose too many games, like just because one person's out. So I think they'll be fine. And then another big thing that happened today, a big trade. The Eagles traded for Chauncey Gardner Johnson from the Saints. And I don't think anyone saw this coming. Uno, what's up? How's it going? I don't think anyone really saw this coming. The only reason Chauncey Gardner Johnson, he was playing well for New Orleans when he was there. But now, since that Saints safety room is kind of more in depth now with Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, Marcus May, this kind of makes sense because they got kind of their starters there in Marcus May and oh yeah, we wish we got CJ. I would have been okay if we traded for him, but I don't know if we're gonna make such a trade like that. I think Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot are chill with whoever we have right now, and they want to see how they play. But it would have been cool to see him. He was playing well for the Saints, so that would have been a cool get. But from this, it just tells me that the Eagles are literally stocking up for this year. They want Jalen Hurts to succeed in every way possible. They want to make a run at the Super Bowl, and they've done it. They made so many good trades this year. They made so many good roster moves, like getting George Davis in draft, trading for AJ Brown. Just this trade right here. It's like they're beefing up that whole team to make a run. Um, yeah, good day for exactly. Good for our division. Um, even though Chauncey Gardner Johnson was kind of getting burnt by everyone in the NFC South, but not gonna say too much on that. Yeah, but how's it going, Tyler? Appreciate you being here. We're gonna be announcing giveaways giveaways winners soon. I have everything set up. I have the randomizer, so all I do is click a button when we get to it. So we'll be chill. And good luck to everyone. I'm not say that before we do the giveaway soon. Good luck to everybody, and thank you for getting us to 167 subscribers. 150 subscribers is crazy. 4 months. Thank you guys. Also, Jimmy G got a new contract from the San Francisco 49ers, has a max value of $15.5 million, and he's going to stay on the 49ers. There was either one thing they could either release Jimmy G, trade him, or the third option, which was give him a new deal that was team friendly and less money, so that they didn't have to pay him much. I honestly thought that Seattle should have picked them up. I mean, because they're still kind of in that mode. They named Geno Smith the starter, but really, is he going to be a long-term answer? And is Drew Lock going to be a long-term answer? I don't think so. Why not get a guy that has a winning record and putting him into that system with a great head coach, and building up that defense and then rebuild, see what he can do. Tom Chung on one. Ooh, okay, I think the players get to pick that top 100 when they write it down. They literally ask every NFL player, and then they write down their top 100. So it's like player's choice. Whoever was the best player in their minds, and no shame against everybody else, but like in a lot of people's minds, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time, and I think he's always gonna be in their minds as the greatest, no matter what, unless he has a bad season. But no, he was 44 years old, had 40 plus touchdowns and 15 or less interceptions, and he had a very good season. But yeah, that's why it's kind of controversial, because I've seen a lot of TikToks and stuff about the NFL top 100 that people aren't agreeing with them, but it's the players' picks. It's whoever they think is playing well at the time. So, and everybody's freaking out over it. I don't get it. Yeah, Traylon Burks was looking good against the Cardinals. Also, my boy Tyler Algier against the Jaguars got a receiving touchdown and a rushing touchdown. Oh man, yeah, it was fun watching Desmond Ridder, but at the end of the day, I kind of knew that whole game plan for that final preseason game. Yeah, TJ should have been top 5 or top 10. Like, what number did he get, Elite? TJ should have been up there way more. He almost. Yeah, what's up, Tim? How's it going? Yeah, he freaking had basically broke Michael Strahan's record of sacks, and that's an accomplishment in itself. So that's crazy. Yeah, I know Ritter's been looking good. The first pass, I mean, that's his first interception in preseason, so I was kind of like, I didn't care about it. But then at the end of the day, the defense kind of stopped the Jaguars' offense, so it kind of didn't matter at the end of the day. It did give up 3 points, but that interception didn't matter. But also that game plan for the Falcons versus Jaguars game, um, it I knew at the end of the day it was going to be about the running back room, and that's where a lot of our running back depth was. There was a lot of tough decisions in our running back room, I know for sure. Quadri Allison and all them. I'll get to the cuts later, but DeAndre Swift didn't make it somehow. What do you mean, Uno? I'm pretty sure he's starting running back for the Lions. No, he got cut. But the game plan for the Falcons for that last preseason game was to test out the running backs, and that's why you didn't see Ritter throw it like he was the first two preseason games. He was kind of throwing it short more. So you saw some deep throws from him. A beautiful dime at the back of the end zone to Frank Darby, who unfortunately didn't make it. I think he's gonna be on practice squad though. Oh, the top 100. Yeah. Again, it's player's choice. DeAndre Swift is good though. There's just a lot of good talent in the NFL. Ian has family over, so he is not going to be able to make it today. We kind of swapped places. As you guys saw Thursday night, I was out. I had family, so I went to vacation with family in Clearwater. So yeah, I was gone. So we kind of flip flopped. It's kind of funny. But no, you saw Tyler Algier, you saw all the running backs fighting for room, and our game plan was based on running the football. And we did what we needed to do and won the game based off the running game, and that's why Ritter didn't throw as much. Because I think Arthur Smith knew we've seen enough of Desmond Ritter, and we've seen enough of the receivers just to make the decision. So that's why the running game was more intact in that game. Because I guess they really wanted to take a look at the running back room. And with the roster cuts today, they found out who they wanted in that running back room. But yeah, the Jimmy G extension is huge because there are some teams that kind of needs a quarterback that could have got him, like the Browns possibly could have got him for cheap. I don't know. I guess they wanted to ride with Jacoby Brissett. They do get Deshaun Watson back after 11 games, but is Jacoby Brissett really going to lead you to 11 games? I was watching a little bit of that Browns Bears preseason game. Yeah, family's family, you know. He'll be back probably Thursday anyway, so we'll be all chill. Um, we're gonna figure out something, but these next few weeks um, probably won't be as often in person. Probably be like online, obviously, but Ian's probably gonna be pretty busy and stuff. He'll tell you that on Thursday, but yeah. Yeah, giveaway is tonight, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'll be picking a giveaway winner after I go over these roster cuts. Yeah, hope you guys are ready. Been a long time coming. I'm finally happy to get the giveaway done with, and hey, who knows? Maybe announce another giveaway. We don't know yet. So yeah, Jimmy G could have gone to the Browns. Jacoby Brissett, they're sick with him. Don't know how many games they're gonna win with Jacoby Brissett. They do have a nice running game, and they weren't playing in that final preseason game. But the way the Bears kind of second team was stopping the run that game kind of made me a little worried. If Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt or one of them get injured, yeah, we'll definitely be doing another giveaway soon. We don't know what it's gonna be yet, but we'll let you guys know for sure. So we have a little chart. I have a little chart right here for Jimmy G's contract. It's $6.5 million fully guaranteed base salary, 500,000 total in per game roster bonuses. Yeah, 250K for each game he takes 25% or more of the offensive snaps. Wow. And another 100K for each of those games the team wins. What's up, AJ? How's it going? And haven't announced the giveaway winner yet. We'll be doing that soon, so stay tuned. Um, yeah, I have it all ready. I have the random picker set, so when we get to it, I'll click the button and we'll find out who won the helmet. Um, yeah, Jimmy G also gets 500K for one playoff game. He takes 50% or more of defensive snaps. All these are like kind of guidelines if he does get a certain amount of snaps, how much money he's gonna get and whatnot. And it's gonna be interesting because they're gonna ride with Trey Lance still for I assume the starter. So Jimmy G should be back up this year. And one of the things is he might not be able to get this if he doesn't play 25% of the snaps. Oh my god. Yep. Oh man. 100%. And also, with Trey Lance, if he does well, there's a good chance Jimmy G doesn't get 25% of those snaps, and all these incentives or bonuses he won't get. And 500,000, he gets 500K for 50% more of the offensive snaps in the conference championship game. So if the 49ers make it to the conference championship and Jimmy G plays 50% or more of the offensive snaps, he gets 500K. Not if Trey Lance leads them there, very, very unlikely that he plays 50% or more of the snaps. But he also gets 500K if the team wins the conference championship. And also, yeah, so 15.4 maximum value for him. Some good news for the Indianapolis Colts today. The Colts moved Shaquille Leonard off the PUP list and moved him to the active roster. Oh, no, you're not going to miss the giveaway. You should be good, Elite. You're chill. I got a lot to go over. A lot of roster cuts to go over, so you should be chill. Yeah. Yeah. All right, no problem, Elite. Um, yeah, good for the Colts because, yeah, for sure. Shaquille Leonard, the best linebacker on the defense, and just having him off the pup list is just very good. So he wasn't out 4 weeks, so he's gonna be active week 1, so that's gonna be nice. Um, so the Steelers in some new trades, the Steelers traded for Vikings offensive lineman Jesse Davis, and it's a conditional 2025 7-rounder. So basically a nothing trade. Steelers Steelers need some online help, so they're gonna work with Jesse Davis, and they're gonna see what they can do with him. See if he can actually be something they can work on. And it has been announced Darius Slayton. If you guys saw any news about Darius Slayton, he said if they're gonna trade me, if they're gonna trade me for Aaron Donald, definitely I would do it too. So he's like, yeah, so he knows it's a business. Darius Slayton does, and he was ready to get traded if he needed to be traded. But he's going to be on the team's initial 53-man roster. So right now he's still on Giants. And another big trade that happened before I get to the roster cuts. The Raiders are trading Trayvon Mullen to the Arizona Cardinals, who very much needed defensive back help in that defense. So they're getting some quarterback help in Arizona. Not sure how that team is going to be this year. They did lose a decent amount of pieces. They still have J.J. Watt. They lost Chandler Jones, who was very productive for them. And I still think they can be good. They have Kyler Murray. And they just traded for Marquise Brown. So with D-Hop being suspended for 6 games, Marquise Brown could take a lot of the yardage, a lot of the reps. Time will tell. I think Kyler and Marquise Brown are gonna work very well together, but when they get D Hop back after week 6, they're gonna have 2 very solid receivers, and they brought AJ Green back, so I know he's not AJ Green from the past, but he can still make some plays. So I think their offense will be fine. Their defense, I'm a little worried about though. But that was a good move by the Cardinals to trade for Trayvon Mullen, who played okay for the Raiders last year. So now we're gonna get to the cuts for all 32 teams. If you guys have a favorite team, I'll be going over it. So yeah, any team you want me to start off with, let me know. I have all the lists right here, so I'm just gonna go in order. But if you guys want to hear your favorite team's cuts, let me know, and I'll quickly move on to that. So starting off with the AFC East and the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills released quarterback Matt Barkley, running back Raheem Blackshear, running back Duke Johnson, wide receiver Tavon Austin, wide receiver Tanner Gentry, wide receiver Isaiah Hodgins, wide receiver Nell Powell, tight end OJ Howard, which is a big one right here because I've seen him make some plays in preseason, and definitely it would be a solid. OJ Howard would be a solid piece behind Dawson Knox. They also released a rookie tight end, Jalen Weidemeyer. So interesting that they released Weidemeyer here. I know I have one auto of him from 2022 Panini stuff, so unfortunate. Hopefully, get some team and balls out so that way I can get some value on that card. Hopefully. So those were also they released offensive linemen Alec Anderson, Greg Manx, Luke Tenuta, Derek Kerstetter, Tanner Owen, Jacob Capra, Jordan Simmons, defensive ends Kingsley Jonathan, Daniel Joseph, Mike Love, D tackle Eli Anku, D tackles CJ Brewer, Brandon Bryant, Prince Emili, and for the linebackers, they released Joe Giles Harris, Markel Lee, and for corner defensive backs, Elijah Griffin, Tim Harris, Jamarcus Ingram, Nick McLeod, Jordan Miller, Josh Thomas, and not a surprise, we've heard this. They've obviously released Matt Ariza, aka the Punt God, because of what he did. Don't even know if we should call him that anymore. Probably not, because what he did was horrible. Um, just so messed up with what he did. And it's it was coming. And I think the Buffalo Bills knew that, so they let him go. And I don't know if we're gonna ever see him again. I think his career is gone. He could have been a great punter, but um, choices like that he messed up early on before in his life caused him to ruin his NFL career. So that's that. And they also released punter Matt Hawk. So yeah. Um, Sticking with the AFC East, the Miami Dolphins released running backs Jared Dokes, Sony Michelle, big name right there, and Zaquandre White. The Miami Dolphins have a stacked running back room, so it was going to be very tough decisions to release some of these guys. And Sony Michelle, unfortunately, got the other end of the cut, so unfortunate for him. But he should. I think he'll be on the team eventually. Um, for wide receivers, they released Lynn Bowden, River Craft, Devontae Dedman, Preston Williams, Braylon Sanders, Mohamed Sanu got cut, um, Larnell Coleman, Keon Smith. These are offensive linemen now. Blaze Andrews, Cole Banwart, Kellen Deesh, Solomon Kinley, Adam Pankey, and for D tackles, Benito Jones, Niall Scott, Ben Style, Jordan Williams, Owen Carney Jr., and for linebackers, Cameron Good, Porter Gustin, Darius Hodge, DeAndre Johnson, and for the cornerbacks, Tino Ellis, Elijah Hamilton, D'Angelo Ross, and Quincy Wilson. They also released some safeties for Verone McKinley III and Sheldrick Redwine, and they released their punter Sterling Hoffrichter, former Falcon. Obviously, we released him, and now Miami's releasing him before the start of the season. If you guys have a favorite team and want me to go over the cuts right now, let me know. I'm just going down the list right now. For New England Patriots, they cut running backs Kevin Harris, J.J. Taylor. Wide receivers, they released Josh Hammond, Lil Jordan Humphrey, and Trey Nixon. Saints, you want me to go over Saints? I got you. I'll go back to the Patriots in a second. All right. So for New Orleans, I got you, Uno. For New Orleans Saints, they released QB Ian Book, who didn't look great, so it was kind of expected they would release him. They do have Andy Allen on roster. They still have Taysom Hill, who's still going to be tight end probably. I'm not sure if they listed him as a quarterback still, but I don't think so. If they did, that's why Ian Book gets cut. So unfortunate for Ian Book. Never really got to see a little bit of him last year when Jameis was injured. Got to see him in preseason. So unfortunate for Ian Book. They also released QB KJ Costello. Running backs, they released Devin Ozigbo, Abram Smith. Wide receivers, they released Dejon Dixon, Kirk Merritt, Rashad Shaheed, Kevin White, Easop Winston Jr. And for tight ends, they released Chris Herndon, JP Holtz, Lucas Krull. And going on to the offensive linemen, they released Josh Andrews, Derek Schwager, Sage Doc Stater, Derek Kelly, Kalik Washington, Nick Martin. And for DNs, they released Taco Charlton. Unfortunately, he didn't make the roster. Nico Lalos and Scott Patchen. Also, Josh Black, sticking with defensive tackles. Um, Vikings, Titans, Chargers. I gotcha. Jordan Jackson, Jalil Johnson, T.J. Carter. At linebackers, the Saints released John Bostic, Chase Hansen, Nephi Sewell, Eric Wilson. And for the Saints corners, they released Brian Allen, Jordan Brown, DeMarcus Fields, Vincent Gray, Jack Corner, Dylan Mabin, Quentin Meeks, Isaiah Pryor, and Bryce Tomlinson. And then they released kicker John Parker Roma. All right, sticking in the NFC, let's go to the Vikings. And then I'll go down the list with the AFC, unless you guys want your favorite teams. I did the Saints, so yeah, let's go to the Vikings real quick. Um, Quarterback Sean Mannion got released. Quarterback Kellen Mond got released. He didn't have a great final preseason game, which kind of led to him being released, but a little shocking because he was playing well in the first two preseason games that he played. Um, and just based off one game, they kind of released him. Thought he would be the quarterback, may possibly could be the quarterback in the future for Vikings, but they did release him. They do also have Nick Mullins there too as backup, so that probably led to that as well, and some of their quarterbacks. So unfortunate for Mond, but hopefully he gets a chance to the backup role next time. Did the Panthers, aka this year's Super Bowl champs? All right, definitely, Tim. I got you. Um, let me finish this Vikings, and then I'll get you to the Panthers. Another NFC South. Running backs, the Vikings released Brian Koback. Fullback Jake Bargas. For wide receivers, they released Dan Chisena, Thomas Hennigan, Christian Jackson, Myron Mitchell, Albert Wilson. Tight ends, they released Sean Byer, Zach Davidson, Nick Muse. Offensive linemen, they released Timon Paris, Wyatt Davis, Kyle Hinton, Josh Sokol. For D linemen, they released TJ Smith, Tyree Stevenson, Julian Taylor, Jalen Twyman, Armin Watts. Linebackers, they released William Wenku, Blake Lynch, Zach McLeod, and Andre Mincy. Also, Chad Surratt, the rookie from last year, got released, unfortunately, and Janarius Robinson. For corners, they released Nate Harrison Hand, Perry Nickerson, and Ty Smith. Safeties, they released Mike Brown and Miles Dorn. And last but not least, their punter, they released Jordan Berry. All right, let's get you to the Panthers, Tim. I got you. The Panthers running backs, they released Darius Bradwell, Spencer Brown, John Lovett. For wide receivers, they released Rashawn Henry, Keith Kirkwood, Andrew Parchment, Charleston Rambo. I think he was a rookie for me this year. I'm pretty sure he was a rookie from this year, either this year or last year, but I'm pretty sure it was this year. Unfortunately, didn't make the cut. CJ Saunders, Derek Wright, Brandon Zylstra. I know he was on the team last year. Didn't make the cut this year. Brandon Zylstra. I bet you know him. For tight ends, Josh Babbix, Nate Becker, Ryan Izzo, Jared Scott, Colin Thompson. And for offensive linemen, they released Austin Pleasance, Deonta Brown, Mike Horton, Wyatt Miller, Sam Tecklenburg. For defensive ends, they released Daryl Johnson, Drew Jordan, Austin Larkin, and D-tackle, they released Frank Heron. For linebackers, they released Isaiah Graham Mobley, Kamal Martin, Aaron Mosby, Kalan Tolson, Jacob Tuioti Mariner, former Falcon, and Josh Watson. For cornerbacks, they released Kalen Barnes, Madre Harper, Tay Hayes, Devin Jones, and Chris Westry. For safeties, they released Justin Burris and Kenny Robinson. And last but not least, they released defensive back Duke Dawson. Tim, if there's any notable guys you were surprised to see get cut, or any guys you wanted to stay, yeah, definitely let me know. I didn't know most of those guys. It's probably most of the teams I won't, but I knew a decent a bit. But yeah, so we did the Patriots, Vikings, Saints, and Panthers. I think we did Dolphins too. So we'll keep going down the list. Again, favorite team, let me know, and I will go straight to it. With the Patriots. I think we started with the. Oh, we started with the Bills. Actually, we're on the Patriots. Miami Dolphins. So this just surprised we just traded for Jags. Yeah, you guys just got Laviska, so that makes sense. Oh, wait, I forgot to add it to notes. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, I think Laviska is. I mean, I didn't see too much Laviska. I don't know how his ceiling. I think he'd be okay. Um, Nothing too crazy. You guys still have DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson, so I think you'll be fine receiver wise. So I think Baker Mayfield has all the weapons he needs, even with Christian McCaffrey and Chuba Hubbard. All right, going to the New England Patriots for running backs. They released Kevin Harris and J.J. Taylor. Oh wait, I think I did Patriots already. Oh no, I didn't finish Patriots. For tight ends, they released Devin Asiasi, Dalton Keene, Matt Sokol, Jalen Weidermeyer. Offensive linemen, they released Drew Desjardins for Yasir Durant, Arlington Hambright, William Sherman, Cody Rushy, James Ferentz. They released cornerback Malcolm Butler. Not a surprise here because he did get injured for the season, so unfortunately he got released with it as well. For defensive tackle, they released Bill Murray. Defensive ends, they released Jeremiah Farms and LeBron Ray. Linebackers, they released Harvey Lange, Cameron McGrone, Nate Whelan, Justin Bettel. The defensive backs, they released Jalen Elliott, Devin Hafford, Brad Hawkins, and Terrence Mitchell. And for kicker, they released Tristan Vizcaino and punter Jake Julian. Closing off the AFC East, the New York Jets released quarterback Chris Trevler, who had a good preseason, leading them to some wins in the preseason games he played. Unfortunate for him, so I'm sure he's going to get a backup or third string role somewhere eventually. So rooting for him. And not a surprise here that they released running back Tevin Coleman, who was never really going off for them, never really had any good times with the Jets. He was former Falcon. He had good plays there. He was speedy back. It was a one cut back. And he unfortunately he couldn't do anything in New York, and I've seen that through his time with the Jets. I've seen him not being able to break the holes, not being able to. His vision was never the best in Atlanta. He was always that one cut back. If he sees a hole, he can run through it, but otherwise his vision wasn't the greatest. So I didn't see him do anything in New York. He may have had some good runs, but that's about it. So not a surprise there. And also they released running back Michael Purine. They released fullback Nick Bawden. Wide receivers, the Jets released Keyshawn Abram, Tariq Black, Irvin Charles, Rashard Davis, Calvin Jackson. Tight ends, they released Trevin Vesco, Kenny Yeboah. And offensive linemen, they released Caleb Benock, Chuma Edoga, Grant Hermans, Chris Glazer, Derek Kelly, Connor McDermott, Ross Pierschbacher, Isaiah Williams. For defensive end, they released Tim Ward. Defensive line, they released Hensel Smart, Bradley Ane, Jonathan Marshall, Jabari Zuniga. And for linebacker, they released Marcel Harris, Kai Nakua, Hamza Nasiruddin, Delshon Phillips, and DQ Thomas. Also, and cornerbacks, they released Luke Barku, Isaiah Dunn, Javelin Guidry, Rashard Wild Goose. Safeties, they released Will Parks, Jason Pinnock, Elijah Riley, and last but not least, they released kicker Eddie Pinheiro. So. Jabari, let me see. Jabari Zuniga. Yeah, I know, I just fell for the trap. It kind of sounds like it, but I'm saying a last name, so. Yeah, his name's spelled Cuniga. So pronounce that how you want. That was the AFC East. What's up, Antonio? How's it going? I'm going over the roster cuts for every team. So if you want me to do the Vikings, let me know. I did the Vikings, but I can do it again for sure for you if you want. I know you're a Vikings fan. Also, the giveaway will be announced soon. I'm going to roster cuts, then I'll be announcing the giveaway to end off stream. Ian is with family right now. That's why he isn't here. Otherwise, he'd be here. He should be back Thursday. If not, I will let you guys know. All right, I got you. I saw a little bit of that video, Antonio. That was a good video. You did a good job. I was able to watch it a little bit, so I decided, yeah, Antonio, new video. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that Kellen though. I know he didn't have the best game. No, he didn't miss it a lead. We're still going to roster cuts. Um, I know that I know that he didn't have the greatest final preseason game or didn't do enough, but I don't know. I mean, there was a chance he could be the quarterback for a few years if they got rid of Kirk Cousins, but yeah, saw him live Saturday and definitely agree. Yeah, he didn't have the greatest game again on Saturday, but do you think the Nick Mullins and whoever the backup quarterback is better than Mond at right now, or would you have rather kept Kellen Mond for next year and see how he played, or you just want to draft someone new after Kirk Cousins leaves? He got sacked on the last two plays of the game. Damn, his fault or all right, so we just did the Afc East for cut. Yeah, Carolina will get him on. I think Baker's gonna be good for you, Tim. Though I think Baker's gonna ball out with what he has, and I think he's gonna prove the Browns wrong. And I hope he beats the Browns week 1. Honestly, I think I don't like the Browns as much as Carolina. I like the Carolina Panthers more than the Cleveland Browns currently. And that's because of what the Browns did to Baker Mayfield and what they did with Deshaun Watson. So their stock for me is downhill right now. I'm gonna f them up. Yeah, I know. I saw that elite. Baker Mayfield said he's gonna f them up, and then Myles Garrett's like, I got love for him, but we're gonna give it our best shot. Oh man. Well, we'll see in week 1, which is very soon. Next Thursday, almost a week from now, we get the first regular season game, the Rams versus the Bills. Yeah, I know. Baker, I still like Baker. That's on you, and yes, he held the belt too long. We're in trouble if we need to rely on backups. Oh, got you. I got you. Yep. Yep, I see you, Tim. I'm on your side for the week 1. I hope you beat the Browns. But then after that, yeah. Well, you're not the Saints, so I don't really care. We just did the AFC East's roster cut, so we're moving on to AFC North. The Baltimore Ravens we're starting off with. They released QB Anthony Brown, Brett Hundley. Running backs, they released Tyler Beatty, Corey Clement, Nate McCrary. Fullback Ben Mason. For wide receivers, they released Slade Bolden, Shamar Bridges, Bailey Gator, Jalen Moore, Mekhi Polk, Benjamin Victor, Raleigh Webb, Devin Williams. Tight end, they released Tony Poljan. Offensive linemen, they released Jerry Jones-Smith, David Sharp, Reginald McKenzie, Jimmy Murray. And for defensive line, they released Brent Urban, Aaron Crawford, Rayshad Nichols, Isaiah Mack. Linebackers, they released Trent Harris, Dalen Hayes, Diego. Oh my God! Why is his last name spelled like this guy's last name Diego? His last name spelled Fagot. How else do you want me to say that? I could say Fago. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say it the other way. They're leading me to a trap. Some of these NFL players' names are leading people into traps. Like seriously. Like I don't know how they get that last name. They also released Jacoby McClain, Stephen Means, Jeremiah Moon, Chuck Wiley. For cornerbacks, they released Robert Jackson, Kayvon Seymour, Daryl Worley. They released safety Tony Jefferson. If you're a Ravens fan, may have been a little surprising. He did play well when he was on the field. So hey, take as you will with that. But they released Tony Jefferson, is probably the most surprising out of this list. For defensive backs, they released Dave Vereen, Ardarius Washington, Denzel Williams, and punter Cameron Dicker. The Cincinnati Bengals, they released quarterback Jake Browning, Drew Plitt. For running backs, they released Shamari Jones, Jacquez Patrick. Again, any favorite teams, just let me know if you want to go over the roster cuts. I'll skip to them right now. Just let me know. Um, Running back Shamari Jones, Jacquez Patrick. For wide receivers, they released Javon Haley. I'm talking about Bengals right now. They released wide receiver Trent Irwin, Kwame Lassiter II, Kendrick Pryor, Jack Sorensen, Mike D. Thomas, Puka Williams Jr. Remember that name because rookie card um, from last year. Tight ends, they released Nick Eubanks. Probably a big one, I guess, just because of the name. The Bengals released Thaddeus Moss, Randy Moss's son. I didn't see too much from him, but he did have some nice catches in preseason. But hopefully he gets a shot somewhere else, and hopefully he makes some plays if he gets a shot. Tight end Justin Rigg, Scotty Washington. Offensive linemen, the Bengals released Devin Cochran, Lamont Gaylord, Nate Gilliam, Desmond Knoll, Raymond Johnson, Noah Spence, Dominic Davis, Tyler Shelvin, Tariqius Tisdale. I don't like Steelers releasing Tyler Bonds and from and all, didn't like those. Yeah. Dude, there's some really some of these players that I've been reading, like, that I know. Like, there's some surprising, not too surprising, but some names you'd expect to make the practice squad or at least be fourth or fifth string even for the backup. Like, it's a tough decision, and going into it, I know on Hard Knocks tonight they'll probably talk about it, or Hard Knocks next week. But yeah, it's gonna. These are tough decisions for teams just to be able to cut someone, and a lot of these names that I'm talking about right now, you'll probably never hear those names again in the NFL. Like, 1 second. Oh yeah, sorry about that, guys. Had to go for a second, but I am back. The stadium has had a seat by Vikings tunnel got a Missouri from Justin Jefferson. Oh, dude, Antonio, that's awesome. Dude, okay, dude, that's awesome. I'd love to have signatures from Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook. Yeah, a lot of surprising stuff happened today at Lead. Oh, and Uno, yeah, I love that Spider-Man gaming chair. It's so good right now. But yeah, what team? I was on the Bengals. Um, Elite, if you want me to, I can go over the Steelers right after this team if you want. For linebackers, the Bengals released Clarence Hicks, Keandre Jones, Silas Kelly, Tegray Scales, Carson Wells. Yeah, I know. Spider-Man's my favorite superhero of all time. And no, nothing can change my mind. Linebackers, cornerbacks, they released Abu Daramy Soiree and Javarius Davis. Also Delonte Hood, Bookie Radley Hiles. For safety, they released Trayvon Henderson. Punter, they released Drew Chrisman. Trayvon Henderson. And long snapper Cal Odemith. All right. I'm gonna go over. Oh well, we're in the same division. I'll go over Cleveland Browns, and then we're gonna be going to the Steelers. So, the Cleveland Browns released QB Josh Rosen, who said there was 9 mistakes in front of him. And within a decade or later, they will see that they made a big mistake. Yeah, that worked well for him. Oh, dude, that's sick, Antonio, especially a white jersey. Um, j- Dude, yeah, that's a good decision to frame it. Yeah, if I had a jersey sign, I would frame it right away. Like that's what you have to do just to have it up there. So for running backs, the Browns released John Kelly Jr. For fullback, they released Johnny Stanton the fourth. Wide receivers, they released Dalen Baldwin, Jamarcus Bradley, Derek Dillon, Mike Harley Jr., Travell Harris, Jawan Mims. Tight ends, they released Miller Forrestall, Nakia Griffin Stewart, Zaire Mitchell Payton, Marcus Santos Silva. Offensive linemen, they released Wyatt Miller, Elijah Kansa, Ben Petrella, Alex Taylor, Blake Hance, David Moore Jr., Brock Hoffman. Defensive end, they released Curtis Weaver. Defensive tackles released Sheldon Day, Glenn Logan, Roderick Perry II. Linebackers released Silas Kelly, Willie Harvey Jr., Dakota Allen. Quarterbacks, they released Sean Jolly, Herb Miller, Parnell Motley, Reggie Robinson. Safeties, they released Lovert Hill, Luther Kirk IV, Javante Moffett. And punter, Joseph Carl Charlton. And now, going on to the Pittsburgh Steelers roster cuts from today. Um, all right, so the Pittsburgh Steelers, they released quarterback Chris Oladokun. Elite, if you know what that is, let me know. Um, they also released running backs Max Borgi, Mateo Durant, Master Teague. That's a familiar name, Master Teague. Wide receivers, they released Christian Blake, Javon McKinley, Tyler Snead, Tyler Bonds, Cody White. For tight ends, they released Kevin Rader, Jay Sternberger. An offensive lineman, they released Jake Dixon, Jordan Tucker, Nate Gilliam, Chris Owens, William Dunkel, Adrian Ely, Chaz Green, Joe Haig, John Leglu, Ryan McCullum, Trent Scott, Doug Costin. And for defensive linemen, they released Carlos Davis, Khalil Davis, Donovan Jeter, Henry Mondell. For linebackers, released Jannard Avery, Rondell Carter, Ulysses Gilbert, Buddy Johnson, T.J. Moultrie, Amilcar Rashad, Delonte Scott, Tazar Skipper, James Vaughters. For cornerback, they released Justin Lane. Defensive backs, they released Carlins Platel, Elijah Riley, Chris Steele, Lynn Stevens, Don McSteiner, and they released kicker Nick Skyba and punter Cameron Nizelek. So that was the AFC North. Now we're moving on to the AFC South. The Houston Texans, we're starting off with, they released QB Jeff Driscoll. Running backs, they released BJ Emmons. So kind of surprising, Marlon Mack, the Texans released today. He's honestly, I think he's a good running back that can play well, and he would have potentially still had the starting role in Indy if he didn't get injured. Because he was playing well before he got injured, and then Jonathan Taylor came up, and we know what happened with Jonathan Taylor. He's an absolute beast. And Marlon Mack never got the starting role again. Maybe they didn't like what he saw in his work ethic, or whatever they saw in game in preseason. I don't know, but I think Marlon Mack's probably going to be on a team eventually as well. The Texans released fullback Andy Janovich, Paul Kessenberry. For wide receivers, they released Chad Beebe, Jalen Camp, Chris Conley, Davian Davis, Drew Estrada, Johnny Johnson, the third, Chester Rogers, Connor Weddington. Tight ends, they released Anthony Auclair, Seth Green, Mason Schreck. Offensive linemen, they released Myron Cunningham, Jimmy Morrissey, Cedric Obehi, Max Sharping, Jordan Steckler, Trevor Wallace-Sims. Defensive linemen, they released Jordan Jenkins, Damian Daniels, Damone Harris, Adedeo Odeyeli. Linebackers, they released Tay Davis and Kevin Pierre-Lewis. Defensive backs, they released Graylin Arnold, Terrence Brooks, Jacoby Francis, Tristan McCullum, Kendall Sheffield, Isaac Yadam. Long snapper, they released Harrison Elliott and kicker Matt Amendola. For the Colts, they released quarterback Jack Cohn. They released running back Philip Lindsay. Should another big name that should be on a team eventually, probably as a second or third string running back. Crazy stat about him: he's never fumbled in his NFL, I think, or even college career, which is just an insane thing not to fumble. Like, you know how hard it is to never fumble in your whole career. Like, there's always NFL linebackers, safeties, defensive players that are trying to knock out that ball, and the fact that he never fumbled, it's just crazy. Like, that's just an insane stat. Like, he must know how to run with the ball and protect the ball. That's what all I'm saying. So he should be able to. I think Philip Lindsay should be able to find a not starting running back, but at least third string running back role, or even second, on some teams' rosters. Yeah. Running backs, they released Devontae Price, TJ Bertle, Tyson Williams. For wide receivers, Colts released Kiki Cutie, Ethan Fernea, Isaiah Ford. Kiki Cutie's a big one there, because he played well last year. So okay, they released him. DeMichael Harris, DJ Montgomery, Samson Nakua, and Michael Young Jr. For Titans, they released Michael Jacobson, Nikola Kalinick. Offensive linemen, they released Dennis Kelly, Brendan Kemp, Jordan Murray, Jason Springs, Ryan Van Damark, Josh Seltzner, Alex Mollett. Defensive line, they released Cameron Klein, Curtis Brooks, RJ McIntosh. I don't know, I said like McIntosh. Like McDonald's, but McIntosh. Kavion Patton, Chris Williams. Linebackers, they released Brandon King, Forrest Rhyme, James Galski, Sterling Weatherford. Cornerbacks, they released Anthony Chesley, Alexander Myers, Marvel Tell III, Chris Wilcox. Safeties, they released Will Redmond, defensive back Marcel Debo, and they released kicker Jake Verity. Now moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, they released quarterback Jake Luton. Saw that coming from a mile away. He got re-signed and cut again. Jake Luton, don't even get him started. He's not the backup guy. He's not even the starting guy. Yeah. Holy crap, 63K at a preseason game. That's some fans right there, Antonio. That is a lot of big fans. Oh man, yeah, I've seen a lot during preseason. I've seen a lot of stadiums get filled up. Like it's just crazy. These fans are ready for football. That's all I know. The Court Jaguars released EJ Perry, quarterback. For running backs, they released Reichel Armstead, Matt Colburn at second, Nathan Cottrell, Mecky Sargent. Wide receivers, they released Kevin Austin Jr., Jeff Cotton Jr., Marvin Hall, Willie Johnson, Ryan McDaniel, Laquan Treadwell, Lujan Winningham. Tight ends released Grayson Gunter, Garrett Prince. Laquan Treadwell was kind of like the hit or miss guy. They were either going to keep him or they weren't. He was kind of in the middle, and you could kind of expect him to get released as well. So he was kind of that bubble player. Offensive linemen, they released Bo Benchwell, Cole Cronk, Nick Ford, Wes Martin, Casey McDermott, Badera Troyor, Daryl Williams. Defensive line, they released Jeremiah Ledbetter, Malcolm Brown, Jay Tufeli, Raekwon Williams, Alzoya Alufalhai, Israel Entwine. Linebackers, they released Rashad Berry, Tyrell Adams, Grant Morgan, Chappelle Russell, Wyatt Ray. Cornerbacks, they released Xavier Crawford, Shabari Davis, Benji Franklin, Gregory Jr. Safeties, they released Ayo Oyolola, Rudy Ford. Defensive backs, they released Brandon Rusnak. And kickers, they released Elliot Fry and Ryan Santoso. So it's going to be interesting again this season to see the Jaguars kicker, see if they can actually make extra points or if they're going to be forced to go for 2 points every drive because their kicker can't kick an extra point. That's going to be something to watch out for as well. Tennessee Titans, they released QB Logan Whiteside, running backs Trent Cannon, Jordan Wilkins. Wide receivers, they released Dez Fitzpatrick. Okay. Dez Fitzpatrick, Terry Godwin, Cody Hollister, Mason Kinsey, Brandon Lewis, Josh Malone, Reggie Robertson. Tight ends, Tommy Hudson, Briley Moore, Thomas Adekoya, David Wells, Daniel Munyer, Hayden Howerton, Willie Wright, Jalen McKenzie, Christian Delario, Carson Green, Xavier Newman, Jordan Roos, Andrew Rupkitz, Haskell Garrett, Laryl Munchin, Sam Okunio, and D lineman. They released Jane Peewee. Linebackers, they released Jane Peewee, David Anai, Jack Gibbons, Joe Jones, Justin Lawler, Shakur Brown. Defensive backs, they released Elijah Benton, Terrell Bonds, Deontay Burton, Shaheem Carter, Adrian Colbert, Tyree Gillespie, Michael Griffin, Chris Jackson, Tio Jackson, Greg Maben, Trey Swilling, and they released punter Brett Kern. Big punter name for them that they released. And going on to the last division in the AFC, the AFC West. The Broncos released QB Josh Johnson, who had a good preseason. I thought he played very well considering his career, mix and matching with a lot of different teams in his career. I thought he played decent. But I guess they had other guys that they felt were better. Running backs, they released Max Borghi, Tyreek McAllister, Divine Asigbo, Stevie Scott III, Jaquan Hardy. I remember watching last year Hard Knocks with the Dallas Cowboys. Jaquan Hardy was out that kind of like bubble player who was getting a shot to kind of be in that top 3 running back list, but never got the chance. I was hoping he would make the roster for Denver, but he never did, unfortunately. So hopefully he finds a team soon. And also a new episode of Hard Knocks should be out tonight with the Detroit Lions. So yeah, very good watch if you guys haven't seen it. Wide receivers, the Broncos released Caden Davis, Travis Fulgham, Kendall Hinton, Trey Quinn, Darius Shepard, Rod Williams, Seth Williams. Tight ends, they released Dylan Parham, Eric Tomlinson. Offensive linemen, they released Casey Tucker, Sebastian Gutierrez, Ben Braden, Jack Staunton, Natane Muti, Michael Neese, Quinn Bailey. Defensive line, they released Jonathan Harris, Mike Purcell, Marquis Spencer, McTelwin Agim. And linebackers, they released Joe Schobert, Barrington Wade, Jeremiah Gemmel, Kanai Magwa, Jonathan Kongbo. Cornerbacks, they released Bless Austin, Fionn Hicks, Donnie Lewis Jr., Jaquan McMillan. Safety, they released J.R. Reed. Defensive back Jamar Johnson. And punter Sam Martin, they released. Kansas City Chiefs, they released quarterback Dustin Crum. Running backs Jaron Ely, Taylor Fleet Davis, Derek Gore. Wide receivers, they released Josh Gordon, Omar Bayless, Corey Coleman, Darius Fountain, Devin Gray, Gary Jennings, Aaron Parker, Cornell Powell, rookie last year, second year. Unfortunately, didn't make the cut. Tight ends Matt Bushman, Jordan Franks. Actually, I think I would like them next year. Actually, any year, honestly. Last time Falcons had Hard Knocks, I really enjoyed it a lot. I just love the in-depth take Hard Knocks gets on coaching and whatnot when teams are playing in the NFL. Um, I would like them to see them again. I think it would be very fun just to see the insides of this. Um, Unfortunately, it's not going to be this year because they're already doing in-season Hard Knocks with the Arizona Cardinals. So hopefully, well, eventually we'll get one soon. If anything, next year, year after, if Desmond Ridder is the starter, I think that'd be just a better term based on where we are as a team. I think that'd be a little better. It would be really cool, also, Elite, yeah, to see the Steelers with their quarterback battle with Kenny Pickett, Mitch Trubisky. That'd be nice. That would have been nice. I really like that. Yeah, the Chiefs released tight end Matt Bushman, Jordan Franks, offensive lineman Vitaly Gurman, Roderick Johnson, Evan Cesaric, David Steinmont, Mike Caliendo, Austin Ryder, defensive ends Austin Edwards, Azil Kamara, Kenny Kahinde Algini, Mac Dickerson, Taylor Stallworth, Danny Shelton. Linebackers, they released Jermaine Carter, Jack Cochrane, Elijah Lee, Mike Rose. Cornerbacks, they released DiCaprio Bootle, Lonnie Johnson Jr. Safeties, they released Zane Anderson, Nazi Johnson, Devin Key. Also defensive backs, they released Brandon Dandridge and Nasir Greer. Moving on, I think we're almost done with the AFC, the Raiders and Chargers, and then we only have a few more teams left in the NFC, and then we'll do the giveaway. Honestly, a lot of teams like I like that they picked the Lions this year in Hard Knocks. I think that's just a really good team to have because Dan Campbell is just a very good coach, and I love his coaching style. And I think he really gets to the players too. And that team is kind of no one really expects them to do anything this year, and I think they're huge underdogs this year. Um, so I just like the fact that they picked the Lions, and the fact that they picked the Cardinals for in season is very interesting. The Colts did in season last year, and I love Frank Reich and how he handled the people in his locker room and stuff like that, and in offices and whatnot and meetings. That was very cool to see last year. Um, it would have been better Colts this year in season because they had Carson Wentz and now they have Matt Ryan. We did get to see Carson Wentz's family last year and in-depth look at him. Unfortunately, we know how that went. Yeah, very unfortunate. God. Um, the Raiders released QB Chase Garbers, running back Kenyon Drake, Austin Walter, wide receivers Keelan Cole, Justin Hall, Chris Lacey, Demarcus Robinson, Dylan Stoner, Jordan Vesey, Isaiah Zuber, Titans Nick Bowers, Colt Fotheringham, offensive lineman they released Bam Olasini, Tyron Wheatley Jr., Alex Bars, Alex Leatherwood, the rookie from last year that they released now. So unfortunately he didn't play well enough. Jordan Merritt, and Ronis Grasu. Defensive line, they released Jerry Green, Zach Van Valkenburg, Vernon Butler, Kyle Pico, Myron Tagovailoa, Amosa. Linebackers Curtis Bolton, Kenny Young. Defensive backs Nate Brooks, Isaiah Brown, Quinterio Cole, Bryce Cosby, Matthias Farley, Darius Phillips. Cornerbacks, they released Chris Jones, Cravion LeBlanc. And that was it. Cravion LeBlanc. Now finishing off the AFC with the Los Angeles Chargers. They released quarterback Brandon Peters, running backs Letty Brown, Kevin Marks Jr., fullback Gabe Neighbors, Wide receivers Michael Bandy, Trellon Bradford, Maurice French, Jason Moore Jr., Joe Reed. They released tight ends Hunter Campmoyer, Eric Cromenhulk, Sage Surratt. They also released offensive linemen Zach Bailey, Foster Sorrell, Cameron Hunt, Ryan Hunter, Isaac Weaver. Defensive linemen, they released Andrew Brown, Christian Covington, Joe Gaziano, Forrest Merrill, Ty Shelby. Linebackers released Jamal Davis, Emeka Bull, Carlo Kemp, Cole Christensen, Damon Lloyd, Tyreek Maddox Williams. Cornerbacks, they released Kimon Hall, Michael Jackett, Brendan Sebastian. Safeties released Skylar Thomas and Raheem Lane. Defensive backs Nate Brooks, Tavon Campbell, Ben DeLuca, Mark Webb, and kicker James McCourt. That was the AFC. If you guys had any teams in the AFC that you guys didn't get a chance to hear, let me know. But that was the AFC. All the roster cuts for all the teams in the AFC. We did a couple teams in the NFC East with the Vikings and the Saints. And now we're moving on to the NFC East with the Dallas Cowboys, starting out with the man himself, Ben DiNucci, unfortunately getting cut by the Dallas Cowboys. Wish DiNucci luck wherever he goes. Should have like a third string quarterback role somewhere eventually. Who knows? They released three quarterbacks. They released DiNucci, Will Greer, and Cooper Rush. Running backs, they released Malik Davis, Ryan Nall, Aaron Shamklin, Dontario Drummond, Ty Freifogel, Jaquari Roberson, Brandon Smith, TJ Basher. Tight ends, they released Ian Bunting, Sean McCone, Jeremy Sprinkle. I love that name. Tight end Jeremy Sprinkle. I just like the last name. I don't know why. Reminds me of birthdays. I love birthdays. Offensive linemen, they released Aviante Collins, Amon Simon, Isaac Alarcon, Braylon Jones, James Dempsey, Alec Lindstrom. Defensive line, they released Marcavius Bryant, Mika Tufua, Austin Fayolu, Carlos Watkins, Josiah Bronson. Linebackers, they released Story Jackson, Malik Jefferson, Christian Sam. Defensive backs and cornerbacks, they released Kyron Brown, CJ Goodwin, Quandre Mosley, and Isaac Taylor Stewart. Safeties, they released Tyler Coyle, Juwanway Thomas. And for kickers, they released Liram Hajrullah and Brett Maher, and also long snapper Jake McQuaid. Giants, they released QB Davis Webb, running back Jashawn Corbin, wide receivers Alec Bachman, CJ Board, Keelan Doss, Robert Foster, Bailey Gaither, Marcus Kemp, Jalen Moore, Austin Prohl, Travis Tovonen, and for tight ends, they released Austin Allen, Jeremiah Hall. Offensive linemen, they released Will Holden, Jamil Douglas, Josh Rivas, Chris Owens, Garrett McGinn, Roy Viteka, or Eric Smith. And for the Smith linemen, they released Ryder Anderson, Jalen Holmes, Christopher Hinton, David Moa. Linebackers and DBs, they released Quincy Roche, Andrew Adams, Yusuf Corker, Elijah Griffin, Gavin Heslop, Michael Jackett, Jared Wilson, Khalil Dorsey, Darren Evans, Zion Gilbert, Harrison Hand. Safeties, they released Nate Meters and Trenton Thompson, and kicker Ryan Santozo. The Eagles, they released quarterback Reed Sinnett. I don't know if someone said right. QB Carson Strong also got released. Rookie quarterback from this year. Eagles released him. Running backs Kennedy Brooks, Jason Huntley, DeAndre Torrey. Wide receivers Devin Allen, Devin Kane, Deion Kane, Brent Covey, John Hightower, Lance Lenore, Carrick Wheatfall. Tight ends Richard Rogers, Noah Togai. Offensive linemen, they released Jack Anderson, Coyote Awiska, William Dunkel, LaRaven Clark, Jared Williams, Cameron Tom, Matt Leo, Kobe Smith. D linemen, they released Martin Wilson and Reno Wren. Linebackers, they released Kristen Ellis, Ali Fayyad, Jacoby Stevens. Defensive backs and corners, they released Jimmy Moreland, Jared Maiden, Josh Blackwell, Mario Goodrich, Tay Gowen, Mac McClain, Gary Winsett. And safeties, they released Andre Tricheri, Anthony Harris, and Jaquiski Tart. Yeah, some big safeties right there. Big safety names right there. Anthony Harris played for the Vikings before, and Jaquiski Tart actually played for the 49ers before. Unfortunately, they didn't make the cut, but just some notable names. may or may not make some other teams during the regular season. And for the last team of the NFC East is the Washington Commanders. They did not release a quarterback, but they did release running backs Alex Arma, Reggie Bonifon, Jared Patterson, wide receivers Matt Cole, Alex Erickson, Jaquez Ezzard, Kelvin Harmon, Kyrick McGowan, Markin Mitchell. Tight ends they released Kendall Bland, Jake Hosman, Sams Reyes. Offensive linemen they released Alex Akingbulu, Rashad Hill, Aaron Montero, Dion Calhoun, Nolan Laufenberg, Wes Martin, John Todd. Defensive line they released William Bradley King, Jacob Penisuk, Bumi Rotimi, David Bada, Tyler Clark, Justin Hamilton. Linebackers they released Nate Gary, Kaleki Hudson, Trey Walker, Cone Alder. Danny Johnson for corners, they released DeJuan Neal. Safeties and DBs, they released Farrod Gardner, Stephen Parker, Troy Abke, Devontae Bosby, and Channing Stribling. We are now on the NFC North. The Chicago Bears released quarterback Nathan Peterman. You guys know Nathan Peterman, the 5 interception man. He some of the wherever he played okay from what I saw. From the games I actually got to watch, they released running back Darrington Evans, DeMontre Tuggle, Darrington Evans. I know because he does TikTok lives a lot and plays a lot of men, but also he was on Tennessee Titans before and he had a golden ticket in men, so that's why I know Darrington Evans. For fullback, they released Jake Vargas. Wide receivers, they released Isaiah Coulter. Browns released Chris Finke, Daz Newsome, Kevin Shaw, Nasimba Webster. They released tight ends Chase Allen, James O'Shaughnessy, and Ryzen John. For offensive linemen, they released Julian Davenport, John DeLance, Sean Coleman, Dietrich Iselin, Michael Schofield, Latavius Simmons, Corey Dublin. Defensive ends, they released Mario Edwards, Laquel London. I think Mario Edwards is going to get a chance somewhere. Maybe even the Falcons. I wouldn't be mad if we signed him. Just need some more depth over there, or just need something. Even though Troy Priest and our patch rush kind of look decent, so who knows. Trevon Coley, Micah Dude Treadway, Mario Edwards, Sam Kamara, Charles Snowden, Carson Taylor. Linebackers, they released Christian Albright, CJ Avery, Noah Dawkins, DeMarcus Gates, Jaden White. Cornerbacks and defensive backs released Bo Petty, Keys, Thomas Graham, Devontae Harris, Michael Joseph, Jason Stanley, Greg Stroman, AJ Thomas, and safety John Alexander. Moving on to the Detroit Lions. If there's any team, you guys' favorite teams you want me to name, let me know. We are on the NFC. I did finish the AFC cuts. Detroit Lions. They released QB Tim Boyle. Appreciate you, Elite. Running backs Godwin Igwebuki. Running back Justin Jackson. Wide receivers they released Morris Alexander, Trinity Benson, Josh Johnson, Tom Kennedy, and Khalil Pimpleton. So, Tom Kennedy actually has been getting a lot of reps. Yeah, you're a W mod. Good job, Elite. W. Tom Kennedy actually got a lot of reps during the preseason games, and he was making some plays. Kind of surprising that they released him. Getting a chance. Also, the last Hard Knocks episode, Pimpleton's family, you got to see him watching him play. He did get cut, so it's very unfortunate and a little more sad because you kind of know who his family is and whatnot. So unfortunate. Hopefully, hopefully they get a chance at another team soon, or maybe even Tom Kennedy. Tom Kennedy could be a practice squad player for the Lions. So yeah, he was sus. That's why. Offensive linemen, they released Kendall Lamb, Darren Paulo, Dan Skipper. Tight ends, Derek Deese and Devin Funchess. Nolan Given and Garrett Griffin. Offensive line, they released Abina Ezi and Kevin Jarvis. Also Ryan McCullum. Defensive line, they released Eric Banks, Jashawn Cornell, Bruce Hector. Linebackers, they released Gerard Davis, Sean Dion Hamilton, James Houston, Anthony Pittman. Cornerbacks, they released Cedric Boswell, Mark Gilbert, AJ Parker, Savon Smith. Safety Brady Breeze, CJ Moore, and kicker Riley Patterson they released. For the Packers, they released QB Danny Etling, who had that 50-yard touchdown run. I don't know if you guys saw a highlight. It was on YouTube as well. They were interviewing Aaron Rodgers, and Danny Etling got this 50-yard touchdown run, and Aaron Rodgers was so excited. It's cool to see. Hopefully, he gets a chance somewhere. He was on the Patriots before and on the Falcons. Never really got footing to get onto the main roster, unfortunately. Packers released running backs are B.J. Baylor, Tyler Goodson, Patrick Taylor, Dexter Williams. For wide receivers, they released Danny Davis, Travis Fulgham, Rico Gafford, Ishmael Hyman, Malik Taylor. Tight ends, they released Nate Becker, Sal Cannella, Dominique Daphne, Elise Mack, Juwan Winfrey. Offensive linemen, they released Caleb Jones, Cole Schneider, George Moore, Ty Clary, and Michael Mennett. Defensive linemen, they released Ekiel Byers, Jack Heflin, Chris Layton, Ellis Brooks, Darius Hamilton, Kobe Jones, Chauncey Manick, Randy Ramsey, Ty Summers, Ray Wilburn. And defensive backs, they released Demonte Cross, Sean Davis, Kabion Ento, Ennis Gaines, Keandre Thomas, Dante Vaughn. Safety, Vernon Scott, and kickers, Ramiz Osmid and Gabe Brick. Also long snapper, Sneeden Vertel. We did the Vikings, so I'm gonna skip past them a little bit. Moving on to the NFC South. We're gonna start off with my Atlanta Falcons. Haven't gone over them yet. We released Caleb Huntley and Quadri Allison. The most surprising out of the running backs, it was Quadri Allison because he was playing very well in the preseason. Oh my god. Quadri Allison was they're running very well for us for the Falcons. Very unfortunate, but I think he should make the practice squad, so we'll see him there. May or may not get picked up by another team, bro. Oh, dude, he made a new account. You think? Or did he log in with 2 different accounts? I don't even know. Oh man. um. Oh my god. Oh, you guys got the power, so you're chill. Oh man. Yeah, you guys are the best mods. Appreciate you guys. Yeah, you're good, Uno. Yeah, you're good. Fullback Falcons released fullback John Rain. Wide receivers they released Geronimo Allison, Cameron Batson, Stanley Berryhill, Frank Darby. Frank Darby, I think, could have potentially made the roster. He's gonna be on practice squad, I bet. Hopefully he doesn't get picked up, but if we need him, we'll have him. But I think Frank Darby probably one of the most shocking on this Falcon release cut list, if anything. They also released Tyshawn James, Keyshawn Johnson, Auden Tate. I did like Auden Tate as well. He was making some contested catches. Unfortunate for him. Yeah, I know. Oh my god, I don't know what he expected would happen. Just expected to get deleted again. Falcons released tight ends Anthony Ferkser, Tucker Fisk, McCall Pruitt. Yeah, Auden Tate. Yeah, he got Falcons released him. Yeah. Auden Tate made some good plays in preseason, so hey, some of these guys probably worked harder, prepared better. And all these, like I said, tough decisions. Like you may not even see a lot of these people that are even named anymore and ever in the NFL again. We released offensive lineman Kobe Gossett, Jonathan Harrison, Ryan Newsel, Justin Schaffer, Tyler Rabel, Leroy Watson, Rick Leonard. Defensive line Abdullah Anderson, Jalen Dalton, Darian Daniels, Derek Tangelo. Derek Tangelo was doing well. Should make our practice squad as well. Very unfortunate that he couldn't make it to the direct roster, but it's a tough league. It's a tough league as well. So, defensive line Nick Thurman, Bryce Rogers, linebackers Jordan Broford, Dorian Ettridge, Nick Kwiatkowski, and Rashad Smith, and Kwani Ding. For defensive backs, we released Cornell Armstrong, Corey Ballantyne, who actually had a very good preseason, made a lot of plays on the ball, was good in coverage as well. So another very surprising cut, Corey Ballantyne, who actually was playing well. Defensive back Matt Hankins, Lafayette Pitts, Trey Webb, safeties Henry Black and Tease Tabor, and punter Seth Vernon. We went over the Panthers as well, so I will skip them. And then we also went over the New Orleans Saints. So we'll move on to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Bucks, they released quarterback Ryan Griffin, running back Patrick Laird, wide receivers Cameron Brown, Kalen Geiger, Cyril Grayson, Bug Howard, Tyler Johnson, Vincent Smith, Jared Stearns, and Devin Tompkins. Tight ends, they released Ben Beast and J.J. Howland. Offensive line, they released Dylan Cook, Sadarius Hutcherson, John Molchin, Curtis Blackwell, Jonathan Hubbard. Defensive line, they released Benning Patei, Mike Green, Wellington Previlon, Deadrian Sennett. Linebackers, they released Andre Anthony, Jannard Avery, Jojo Azogwa, Elijah Ponder, J.J. Russell, Jordan Young. Safety, Troy Warner. Defensive backs, Ross Cockrell, Chris Cooper, Don Gardner, Kyler McMile, Logan Ryan, Nolan Turner, and kicker Jose Borregales. And now moving on to the NFC West, coming down to the last two divisions. Appreciate you guys for being here. Hopefully, you got a lot of information about the cuts around the league. A lot of these guys probably you won't see again, but I figured I might as well try to kind of tell you guys the cuts and whatnot for all the teams, so don't miss anything. Also, last time you heard these guys' names, so I guess to honor them, I guess we're honoring everybody who's never gonna make it in the NFL, unfortunately. So yeah, and some players we saw in preseason that were playing well and unfortunately got cut. The Arizona Cardinals, they released quarterback Jared Guarantano, Trace McSorley, the boy, running back TJ Pledger, Ronnie Rivers, wide receivers Marcel Aitman, Andre Baselia, Victor Bolden Jr., John Trey Copeland, Javante Payton. Tight ends, they released Steven Anderson, Josh Hokett, Chris Pierce, Bernhard Sekovitz, Dion Yoder. Offensive linemen, they released Rashad Coward, Danny Isadora, Greg Long, Coda Martin, Justin Miles, Hagai Dubisi. And defensive line, they released Christian Ringo, Antoine Woods, Manny Jones, Kingsley Kiki, Antoine Woods. Linebackers released Jesse Lemonier, Jesse Lucetta. Yeah, I know, Trace McSorley. Just hard decisions. I don't know what in their minds, but like very very tough decision. Maybe they felt that the quarterback played better than Trace McSorley, or they'd rather want him than Trace McSorley. I don't know. Oh my god, dude! Oh my god. Oh my god. I commend you, Jake, for making 3 accounts. I don't know. Oh my god. Your commitment is very good. I like it. I like it, Jake. Alright. Yeah, I know he's trolling. Oh my god. Oh man. He's committed though. That's all I know. Oh man. Oh my god. Damn. Uh Linebackers, Cardinals released Devin Kennard, Joe Walker, Chandler Wooden. Cornerbacks, Daryl Baker Jr., Breon Borders, Cortez Davis, Josh Jackson, Jace Whitaker. Safeties, Tate Daly, James Wiggins. Punter, Nolan Cooney, and long snapper, Aaron Brewer. For the Rams, they released quarterback Luis Perez, running backs Raymond Calais, Trey Regis, AJ Rose. Oh my god. Oh my god. God damn, Uno. Dang. Oh man, you guys are hilarious. Wide receivers, they released Landon Akers, Warren Jackson, Jay Tchaikovsky, Austin Trammell, Kendall Blenn, Roger Carter. They released Jacob Harris. Ooh, Jacob Harris, running back from rookie tight end from last year. Jamal Pettigrew, Jared Pinkey, offensive line. They released AJ Okuri, Chandler Brewer. Insert flag for accident. Yeah, exactly, Elliot. Oh man, I just need a button here. That's all. That's what I need. Adrian Ely, Max Percher, Jeremiah Cologne. It's good dash mess with your music. Oh my god. Oh man. Defensive lineman, they released Ernest Brown, TJ Carter, Brain Thomas, Benton Whitley, Elijah Garcia. Linebackers, they released Chris Garrett, Anthony Hines, TJ Carter. Defensive backs, Oh yeah. What's up, Dashy? Appreciate. Oh, is this elite? The music you posting in the chat. The music pretty good. Dashy, if that's you, you make some good music. So keep it going. You definitely just keep making more music. Keep making more music. That's fire. So definitely keep doing your thing. They released defensive backs T.J. Carter, Caesar Dancy Williams, Jake Gervasi, Grant Haley, Tyler Hall, Daniel Ism, Duron Lowe, Jaron McVay, and punter Cameron Dicker. The 49ers released QB Nate Sudfeld, running back Jermichael Hasty. Um, we're almost done with the roster cuts for the NFC, and then as soon as that's done, I'm gonna spin the giveaway. I'm gonna click the giveaway thing. So like I think we have only a few more teams left after 49ers. Um, yeah, we only have one. We only have 4 teams right after the 49ers. So not we'll have the giveaway will be very soon now. The 49ers released QB Nate Sudfeld, running backs Jermichael Hasty, fullback Josh Hockett, wide receivers Austin Mack, Keyshawn Johnson, Marcus Johnson. I feel like some of these names. Okay, I feel like some of these names were duplicates, or unless. Oh well, some of these players probably have the same names. Marcus Johnson, Tay Martin, Willie Snead, Malik Turner. Titans, they released Troy Fumagalli, Tanner Hudson, Tyler Croft. Offensive lineman, they released Alfredo Gutierrez, Jordan Mills, Jason Poe, Sam Schluster, Justin School, Keaton Sutherland, Donovan Vest, Tom Sailuli. Defensive line, they released Komoki Ture, Robert Kemdiche, Kevin Atkins, Alex Barrett, Akeem Spence, Kamoko Ture, Jordan Willis, and linebackers released Jeremiah Gemmel, Marcelino McCrary Ball, Segun Olubi, Tariq Castro Fields, Ken Crawley, Darquez Denard, Kedar Hallman, Dante Johnson, Quantrez Knight, and Deshaun Gibson Jr. Safeties, they released Tel Hawkins, and defensive back, they released Leon O'Neal. Moving on to Seattle Seahawks, they released QB Jacob Eason, running backs Josh Johnson, Ronnie Rivers, Darwin Thompson, Deontay Alexander. Wide receivers, they released JJ Sega Whiteside. Didn't they trade for Sega Whiteside? Or they signed him? I think they traded for him, but then they just released him. Wide receiver Aaron Fuller, Kate Johnson, Kevin Cassis, Bo Melton, Freddie Swain. They released tight end Gabe Brewer, Tyler Mabry. Offensive linemen, they released Greg Eland, Liam Ryan, Keenan Forbes, Jamarius Gilmore, Eric Wilson, Dakota Shepley. Defensive linemen, they released Matthew Gotel, Jared Hewitt, Antonio Valentino, Aaron Donker, Joel DeBlanco, Joel Yegbuniwe, V. Jones, Tanner Muse, Likiam Williams. Cornerbacks, they released Justin Coleman, Elijah Jones, Josh Valentine Turner. Safeties, they released Bubba Bolden, Marquis Blair, Scott Nelson, Deontay Williams. And that was it. Seattle Seahawks were the last team on the list, so I appreciate you guys for sticking true with all the roster cuts. There were a lot of cuts today and a lot of news today. It was a pretty busy week in the NFL, and we expect that throughout the regular season. So yeah, that was all the cuts for the NFL for today. All the teams, all their cuts. Now there should be around 53-man rosters. So yeah, you guys, yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Hopefully got lots of cuts. Some of these guys I named not we'll probably never hear again, which is unfortunate because some of these players actually did play well in the preseason. And it will be very, very unfortunate if we don't get to see them again. All right. So the giveaway, we're giving away a signed Byron Leftwich Jaguars mini helmet. Definitely been in the works for a while. We're trying to hit 150 subs, and we did. And we finally did a giveaway video. So I'm gonna pick the comments from whoever commented. I made sure in the video's been out for a week, so you guys have plenty of time to comment. So I made sure to get everyone's comments and put them in a randomizer. So everyone who commented throughout the whole week on the giveaway video, you're automatically entered for the giveaway. So I want to say good luck to all of you. Appreciate it, Tim. So get ready, guys. I'm about to click the button right here, and we're gonna see who won the Jaguars signed mini helmet from Buy One Left. Which good luck, everybody. Thank you guys for joining me today. Hopefully we do more giveaways like this. We definitely are for sure. So yeah. Oh yeah. Let me share my screen real quick. All right. Let me do this, and then let me go to that. All right. Whatever. It's like yeah, I know. I broke it. All right, I got this. We're chill. I just need to put this. Actually, I need to trash this. Okay. All right. Let's do this. Add a scene. Let me add a camera. All right. Yeah, I know. Oh my god. Oh man, I might just have to show you guys the screen. You guys don't have to see my face. All right. It is. Yeah, it is important. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It is very important. All right. But I like to. Oh, I appreciate it, Tyler. God dang. Man. All right. So what I can do is get this up. Let me get this up. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, guys, we got the screen there. Thank you guys again. I'm excited. I'm the one listening. Yeah, I know. Me and literally you are. Oh my god. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix my camera, but it is what it is. I don't know what's going on with the camera. Honestly, it's kind of ridiculous. Um, all I can say is, good luck to everybody. You'll see my face in a second. Just gonna hide that for now. You'll see my camera in a second. I'm just gonna click the giveaway. I'm gonna pick another winner. So, yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for being here every stream. Thanks for commenting on the video. Hopefully you guys are ready. One more time, good luck to everybody for the giveaway. And make sure if you're in stream if your name is on the screen, definitely let us know your contact information. If you're on Discord, just DM us. But other than that, just give us a way to contact you if you're not on Discord. So yeah, let's get it. Let's pick a winner. All right, it's going random and Quinn. Oh, oh man. Oh man. Oh god. Quinn. Oh man. Quinn won the giveaway. Oh man. that's that's the guy in Discord, Vital. He doesn't watch football. He's the soccer guy, remember? He's a soccer guy. What? I think we're gonna have to get in contact. It says pick someone else, so I might just. I think I'm gonna pick another winner. He doesn't watch football, and he said literally in a comment, give it to someone else. So I will spin it again. Good luck again. Of course this happens. I don't even know how. Yeah, I know. I gotta read. Yeah, we can message him real quick. Oh no, it's 3 a.m. for him. I don't even know if he's up, Ian. God damn. We'll respin it, and then we'll get in contact with Quinn. And he said to give it away anyway, so we'll just spin it again. So, again, good luck to everybody. We're spinning again. Alright. Oh my god, what is wrong with this randomizer? It literally picked Quinn again. I'm doing it again. Alright. Here we go. Good luck, Cobby. Alright. Congratulations to Cobby. Oh my god. Congratulations, Cobby. I know he's in the Discord, so is he on the Discord, Ian? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in the Discord, so we'll get in contact with Cobby. Definitely congratulations, Cobby, for winning the vinyl Leftwood signed Jaguars mini helmet. We'll be DMing you and getting your information so we could ship it out to you as soon as possible. Yeah. And I don't have to be on that screen anymore. So, yeah, thank you guys again for 150 subscribers. You guys are the best. We're definitely going to be doing more giveaways like this in the future. So just look out for that. Definitely want to give more out to you guys for being awesome. And yeah, congratulations, Cobby. Dang. I don't know how it picked Quinn twice. That thing was just, I don't even know. Holy crap. But yeah, appreciate you guys for being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed all the roster cuts. Unfortunate for every team and every player that potentially probably will never get a shot at the NFL again. Unfortunate for those players, but at the end of the day, the NFL is a business, and they had to make the cuts. So, yeah, appreciate you guys for being here today. I had a lot to go through, and I got through it. So, yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Elite, Antonio, Tyler, Uno, Tim. I think I got everybody. Tim, Antonio, Elite, AJ, Tyler, Tim. Yeah, appreciate all of you guys for being here. You guys are awesome. Ian. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I heard. I got you, Ian. Don't worry. Yeah. So I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Hopefully Ian will be back Thursday. Pretty sure he should be. I don't know. Help. Ian, you're going back Thursday? Yes. I said it again, Muffin. Alright. I think I lost my voice almost. God damn. I named so many players I didn't know the names of. Alright, Ian should be back Thursday, so we'll be back. Probably online Thursday, so we'll be there. So appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you, Elite. Appreciate you. Love you too. See you guys on Thursday. Peace. Enjoy the outro.
Thank you for watching the PI Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and tune in next time so you don't miss the latest news in the NFL world. You can also follow us on TikTok at PIPodcast and on Twitter at PIPodcasters. Until next time.